We're in the middle of the Wollonga Basin, just outside of McLaren Vale. We're at a place in the Kaurna Mayunna language known as Kanyanyapilla, and I became aware of it just over 6 years ago, and it was for sale, and acquired it 6 years ago for a bicultural, blackfella and whitefella, ecological and cultural regeneration project. I've been looking for what I call a sit-down place for many years, but I was also looking for a property that had cultural value as well as ecological value or potential value. We're part of the Maslin Creek Reed Swamp, which is about 55 hectares in size, stretches about 4 to 5 kilometres along the creek area. It's the largest remnant reed swamp in Greater Adelaide and therefore has quite high ecological significance. I started my own research before I settled on the property and made preliminary contact with the board back then. So we both came up with a planting schedule based on what I call best science and best imagination, based on remnant roadside vegetation, nearby patterns of plant, and also my own historical research. The input from the technical officers has been key in understanding the best species for the locality, the range of species. You need to vary your planting patterns to reflect our best imagination of what this place would be like. And the soil types here vary dramatically within 100 metres. You can plant a species along a drainage line, it'll do fantastic, take it 50 metres away and it goes really poorly. In 2016 we undertook a bird survey and we identified nearly 50 bird species with about 8 dependent on the reed swamp. We updated that in 2020 and we had about another 5 species, but I have anecdotally noticed a lot more bird activity, especially the bigger birds and the birds of prey. I would like to see the Wollonga Basin one of the most advanced biodiversity regions in South Australia through a combination of activity by private landowners, the wine industry and government authorities. So we call this the Culture Shack or the Art and Artefacts Room, and it has a display of artefacts recovered on site as well as a few artworks. One of the largest collections of post-contact artefacts made by the Aboriginal people, Kaurna Mayunna. Scrapers made out of broken bottles, a whole range of small cutting and piercing devices, tools made out of glass, and the traditional stone tools. So you can see how the material technology has changed, but the method of production has been similar. The artefacts here are housed on site under the authority of the traditional owners, and we have this accessible to a broader public. We have open days and cultural presentation, education days. It's just a wonderful way to present to visitors part of the Aboriginal heritage of this place and of this region.